Well, so it appears that a lot of you don't like Paul Pogba and are happy for me to sell him, but there's news to go for on that, and there may be some transfer news coming in. I was going to say roll the intro, but I was too lazy to make one for the beta, so there will be an intro on the Maribor save, on the main save, but let's get into the game. So yes, hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Man United save. We're cultured at the wheel, and well, Juan Mata is under a transfer bid. £4.5 million from Parma. Hopefully that'll go through. Victor Lindelof has interest in him from Arsenal, which is very weird. I don't think that is very realistic. Football Manager, I think you might have to sort that one out. Obviously, we've done our news. If you're catching up and you haven't seen the last episodes, what you doing? Go back and watch them. But we have signed Jadon Sancho, because obviously, I mean, it's the transfer that never happened in real life. So we've signed Jadon Sancho for a weirdly strange cheap fee, £55 million. I mean, in real life, Dortmund said they weren't selling him for anything less than 105. So £55 million, Jadon Sancho is in. And we've also brought in right back Max Aarons to give a bit of proper competition to Aaron Wan-Bissaka in right back, which is why we've brought him in. So that's good. The club are actually quite happy with how things are going, if I can remember how to get there. And yes, I have all the new kits, and there isn't the Man United badge on the shirt because they're the people that were, kicking off about copyrights. So my badge pack does have them in, but the kit doesn't have the badge. It does have the kits though. So just a little thing about if there's any questions when you see that later on. So they're delighted with the finances to loan out Palestri. They're delighted with the finances to loan out Brandon Williams, and they're very pleased about the positive atmosphere. So at the moment, the club are loving life. Someone who isn't loving life really is Paul Pogba, because, well, I tried to sell him because everybody in the comments was like, yeah, get rid of Paul Pogba. I could see that being a, realistic sort of move, free up a lot of wages, get some money in. I offered him out, and, he kicked up a fuss, didn't he? He came to me and it was like, boss, what's going on? Why are you touting my services out? I'm happy here. I'm like, well, you're not, are you? We all know you're not happy here. But it was like, yeah, no, I'm happy here. I'm happy. And I was like, are you? Yeah, I am. So I backed down and promised him that I wouldn't sell him. Sorry about that. Yeah, so you can see, agreed not to sell the player, which means he will get some game time, but he's not going to get in the way of Donny van der Beek. He's not going to get in the way of Bruno. It will be very interesting to see how we go. But it is the opening game of the season. We've actually got 5 days to go because I'm starting to worry a little bit that we haven't got enough strength in depth. When we actually probably have, because it's Football Manager. Like central midfielders, McTominay, Fred, Matic, a bit more defensive. Van der Beek, Pogba, Bruno, a bit more attacking. Right wing, we've got Sancho, Greenwood. Left wing, we've got Rashford. Potentially we need a left winger in. Up front, Martial and Cavani. So we've got a bit of depth. And then at the back, Ethan Laird can now go back down to the under-23s because we've got in Wan-Bissaka and Aarons at right back. Left back, we've got Tellez and Luke Shaw. Centre backs, we've got Baitu and Xabi Maguire and Phil Jones and Lindelof. So there are players there. It's just, are they the right standard for Man United? That's what we need to decide. And because we haven't really played anybody tough in pre-season, the game in 5 days' time against Brighton is actually going to be quite difficult. I think we'll find out, especially with the fact that both our strikers are bloody injured, which doesn't help. But anyway, we there could be some transfer ins coming up. We'll have to wait and see. We'll be back in a sec. Because it's 5 days before the game. So it's fair to say I've panicked. You're not going to like it. But with 2 days to go into the Brighton game, we don't have a fully fit striker. So we need an emergency backup. It's Daniel Sturridge. Yeah, you're not going to like it. I know you're not going to like it. He's free, and he's only getting £1 every time he actually makes an appearance. So he's relatively cheap for an experienced Premier League striker. And the more surprising thing about all of this is that head physio Richie Meron has given Daniel Sturridge a clean bill of health. He has noted Sturridge's medical history is and he's quite prone to injury. Now, I know what you're thinking. Don't bring him in. Bring up a youth player. It will be fine. as I said, Martial, injured. Edison Cavani, injured. And then you go to the under-23s, and our only striker in the under-23s is injured. I mean, I've gone so high-pitched because it's so annoying. But, yeah, we are actually screwed. I shouldn't have got rid of Igalo. I mean, I should have looked at things like this and not got rid of Igalo. But these guys aren't ready. These guys aren't ready to step up to this level. And I know you could look at the likes of, standout players like Greenwood, promoted quickly, done really well. Makeda, look what happened to him, died off. I don't want to do that to my youngsters. I want to give them someone to learn from in Daniel. It was Daniel Sturridge or Robinho. And I went through the deal with Robinho. And then it turns out that Robinho can't bloody play until January because of this whole personal issues that have been going on, which he was been alleged to have been a very naughty boy. So we're signing Daniel Sturridge. He's in the van. Apologies, everyone. That's such a bad deal. Homegrown. He's homegrown. It all makes sense. It all makes sense. And then I also panicked and thought, bloody hell, we've got some injury-prone centre-backs. So I'm also bringing in Ezekiel Garay on a free. Yeah, he's getting a 2-year contract. Don't worry about that. I mean, he is still absolutely class. He's not the quickest, but I think rotating him, as long as you don't play him and Harry Maguire next to each other, totally fine. If you play this guy, if you play a Garay and a Baye, or a Garay and a Lindelof, or a Maguire and a Lindelof, or a Maguire and a Baye, I think you'll be fine. I think you'll be fine. Auto and Zabi, obviously, as well. So, yeah, I mean, it's busy. It's busy, isn't it, before the Brighton game? We're getting some business done. Yeah. Here we go then into our first pre-match press conference. Let's go, and you're encouraged to answer questions on this subject the opening day of the season. Let's go. Loads of people here, which is great. Okay, let's kick this off. Jack Chapman, the press officer, doing his job again. Most pundits suggest that Bruno Fernandes's performance will be the key factor in determining whether you have a successful season or not. Is that fair? Yes, our squad is strong, but Bruno is absolutely amazing. Do you think Man United can get off to a winning start? Our preparation is complete. I know the lads will get a good result. Will you have Anthony Martial available against Brighton? I don't think it's appropriate to discuss that. No, he's out. If we really need to use him, then we could. I'm going to say he's out. I'm going to say no. I'm going to say he's out. I think that's the fair thing to say. Mind games, because what we can do is then play him, and they'll be like, oh my God, we weren't prepping for Martial. Little do they know that Daniel Sturridge is actually going to start. Some critics have spoken out the significant number of players out on loan from your club and have accused Man United of stockpiling players. How do you react to such criticism? Just because they're not currently at the club doesn't mean they won't be a part of it in the future. Do you feel as if the team is suitably prepared to get underway? We've had a great pre-season. We didn't lose. You must be looking forward to getting the season underway almost as much as the supporters are. It's a great moment. I can't wait to get started. The lads are well prepared. We can play all the friendlies in the world, but nothing comes close to competitive football. We're ready and very keen to get the season underway. Considering the influence Jesse Lingard had in the dressing room, are there fears at the club that his departure could result in significant harm being done to the atmosphere amongst the squad? He's not the first player to leave on my watch. He'll not be the last. Have you been able to settle upon a regular first-choice team over the course of pre-season? I've made it clear to the entire squad that there will be a regular core of players to be relied on, but everyone is keen to impress. These early fixtures are opportunity for everyone to showcase what they can do. I think that's better. Were you pleased to see Marcus Rashford, MBE, scoring for his country? Always delighted. He deserves every inch of praise. He's a top player. Now that Charlie McNeil has signed a new contract, can we expect to see him in the first team on a more regular basis? I don't talk about contractual matters. Who do you think will win the Premier League? Who do I think will win the Premier League? Us. Why not? I'm going to say I think we can win it. Why have you picked your own team? You seem confident. I think we've got everything it takes. And that's it. Thanks, everyone. That's all the questions we have time for today. Let's go. So a bit of reserve, a bit of neutral, downcast, a few negatives in there. It'll be interesting. The press conference was just fine. The board didn't really mind. Lawrence Grover from 90 minutes is indifferent. But Al Ghuli has gone... Our relationship has gone up to unfriendly. So God knows what sort of starting foot we were on for that relationship. So, game day is here. Brighton and Hove Albion come to Old Trafford. I'm very excited. By it. We've got our tactical meeting. So, yeah, we'll just skip through all of this stuff. This is all the new stuff. If you're new to the game, it tells you how to do it. So, so pre-match tactical advice. Balance the positive, increase support duties, automatically make unfit first-team players vote for the under-23s. No, I don't want to do any of that. They're going to line up in a 5-2-2-1, I'd probably call that, or a 3-4-2-1. So it's going to be very, very interesting. We have lots of people that... oh my God, I haven't registered Daniel Sturridge. Registration. Okay, he can play. He can come in the team. Okay, well we're gonna be loaning out. Hopefully, we'll be loaning out Mata and Matic because no one wants to buy them. But so we're just going to de-register Matic for this one because we need Daniel Sturridge to start. I thought, oh my God, I thought for a minute he had the injury sign next to him. It is Cavani. That's okay. Right, goalkeeper. Dean Henderson made his debut for the England team, and I think I might give him the nod. Although De Gea's on better morale. We'll go with De Gea. He's going to start in goal. Wing back right, we will start with Wan-Bissaka. Max Aarons can wait for his debut. At the back, we are going to go with Harry Maguire, and Victor Lindelof is going to start at the back, and I think that is the right way around. Lindelof is the ball-playing centre-back, and Maguire is the normal centre-back, although he likes to be a ball player as well. The wing-back on the left, we're going to start with Telles. Although he's not in the best sharpness. But Luke Shaw is injured, so Telles comes in. Ball-winning midfielder in the middle will be Fred. Next to him, we're going to be playing Van de Beek is going to get the start in there, and we're going to play Bruno in the attacking midfield role, as you would expect. We want things to go through him. Winger on the right, we will start with the new boy, Jadon Sancho. Inverted winger on the left will be Rashford. We are actually going to start with Mason Greenwood through the middle with Daniel Sturridge on the bench. So it does limit us a little bit to players that we can bring off to change the front four, but I'm not too fussed about that. So we'll just fill up the bench now. So Henderson can go on there. We will put in McTominay there as well as the final sub, and then it's just injured and other people that we're trying to sell, to be honest. So that's how we're going to line up. We are going to actually start on attacking. I want to go out there, attacking mentality, and get it done right. So, but I don't really want you as a box-to-box. I don't think that would work. Van der Beek, though, you will be a playmaker on support. Do I want you as a ball? I might just leave you as a bit of a central midfielder and just go and... I basically want... Yeah, no, ball winning. I want you to go and chase the ball down. Fernandes will probably play as the playmaker in this role on support. And then we'll have Marcus Rashford, inverted winger on attack. Sancho will be a winger on support. And Greenwood through the middle, advance forward on attack. Happy with that. So... we're going to try and force the opposition through to... oh, well, we don't really care where they attack. We're focusing on our game. We're going to just stay like this, and we're going to see how the game unfolds. In terms of in transition, we will counter, and we will counter-press. We're not going to distribute it quickly, but we want to get Van der Beek on the ball and try and get it into his feet. When we're in possession, slightly shorter passing, we're going to try and play at a higher tempo. I would like us to build it from the back, but we're not going to start like that. We're just going to start as is and see how it goes. So I think we're just going to leave it quite generic to start with and see what the match engine throws up, what it does, how it works. In terms of individual player instructions, though, Sancho I would like to get further forward when he has it. He's obviously going to dribble more as a winger. Same with Rashford as well, so he's going to get further forward. We actually want you to sit a bit narrower to get in on goal, and that's going to allow Telles to get further forward and generally stay wider, which I'm quite keen to see how it goes. So that's how we're going to play. That's the team we're going to submit. I mean, let's see how it goes. Daniel Sturridge is going to get the number 20. Is that a good idea? We'll give him the number 30. And Ezekiel Garay he'll take the number 20 as a centre-back. So 2 new signings on the bench. It should be very interesting. Your tactical decisions will always elicit a reaction from the squad. Yes, they will. And right, so Alex Telles nodded in agreement. His individual instructions get further forward and gets forward when they possible suit each other. Paul Pogba lacks tactical familiarity. He's on the bench. Henderson lacks tactical familiarity. He's on the bench. And Sancho doesn't like the shape or lacks knowledge of the shape. Van der Beek's pleased to make his debut, as is Telles. And 4 players are familiar with the formation, which is good. Here we go then. First game in the beta save with Man United. I do like all of this. I do like the way this looks. What are the crowd saying and the press officer? Well, this is why Maguire starts, and I think it's a good call. Greenwood isn't ready for a match like this. Can't wait, and a glorious day for football. It's important that Adam Lallana to improve our chances of winning. Yeah, let's go and press Adam Lallana. That is totally fine. Into the dressing room we go, and we will do this. So, I obviously have to do one now. So we can point the finger with the favourites here. We should be winning this one comfortably. Yes, I think that's right. Say it a bit assertively. Motivated, so the defenders. Okay, yeah, we can do our defenders and individuals and all of that stuff. So let's go hands on hips facing the team. Pump fist to encourage. I have faith in you. Get out there and do it. Midfielders, the team talk is complete. Into the my first ever tunnel interview as well. You're about to make your managerial debut. Can you sum up your feelings on an occasion like this? It's plenty of time to think and prepare, and now I'm ready to go out there and do what I came here to do: win football matches. Are you confident Donny van der Beek will perform today? I'm very happy with him, and no worries at all. Given Alex Tellex's lack of match fitness, how long can he last out there for? He's good to go. If he encounters any setbacks, we'll deal with him on the day. And here the players come out of the tunnel. The match engine does look much better, but copying, yes. Don't worry about all of this. Fly through that. Done, finish. Thank you. Right. Having watched Dr. Benji, this is, I think that's the right way to do it. Height, zoom in the opposite direction. TV looks much better. And that's what we're going to be using for this one. We'll go with extended highlights for this first game. That is unbelievably slow, though. So we'll just knock that up by a notch. And now I need to decide, where does the camera sit? Does the camera sit there? Is the camera too big? Let me know what you think about the camera. But, I'm very excited. First game, Veltman into Bernardo. Veltman out to Lewis Dunk. Lallana. Crystal Palace, that isn't Crystal Palace. Brighton giving us the run around, but Lindelof, good cover. De Gea. Right, let's build this up. You've got Tellez on the left. He's making a run. You go to Lindelof. Back to De Gea. Okay, we're higher tempo means we get the ball forward quicker. That isn't quite happening, but we've worked that well. Get away, Rashford. I've told you to sit inside. Sit narrow. Tellez, what a run. Rashford, MBE. Marcus Rashford, MBE. Marcus Rashford, again, Sancho on your debut. Sancho! Come on. Jadon Sancho makes it 1-0. His first goal of the season on his debut. Jadon Sancho gets it. And, Marcus Rashford's shot, I think, hit Greenwood in the back of the head. Because Rashford came through here, smashed Greenwood. His shot deflects off. And, lovely stuff. Greenwood given the number 12 shirt. Not too sure why. I auto-numbered, so I thought it would have just given him 11. But Jadon Sancho's taking the number 11, so that's fine. But we're 1-0 up. And that's what you need to do. Tellez with a throw, and Bruno Fernandes brings it down. We need to get him on the ball. He's going to be crucial. Tellez into Van der Beek. Bruno. Rashford makes a good run. It's into Sancho. Greenwood. Rashford. MBE. Oh, it's 2. It's the flowing football the Old Trafford faithful want to see. It's beautiful. Cultured's at the wheel. Cultured is at the wheel. And it is a big, massive bus that's storming down the motorway, and I've got lost in my own analogy as Marcus Rashford isn't going to miss from there, and that is the tactic coming in a dream. Brighton do not know what has hit them. It's a tight offside. Was it tight? Ooh, no, well on. Nothing to worry about there. Greenwood, time to return, run on the defence. Look at that rangy, leggy stride he's got. Greenwood to the edge of the box. He holds it up. Onto left foot, back in it goes. Bruno, back to Greenwood. Crossed in, it's bouncing around. It's cleared away by Veltman. Tellez lays it in. Bruno, that's absolutely shocking, Bruno. Absolutely shocking. To be fair, we're 10 minutes in and we've had like 4 highlights. I might have to drop this down to key for future games. We're top of the league. Have it all off. Chelsea are 1-0 up. Newcastle are 1-0 up. Chelsea are 2-0 up and go from Engels. I quite like this. I quite like the fact you see all these updates. It is presented much better, I feel, the game this year. Bruno into Tellez. Alex Tellez down the left. What can he do? Gets to the byline. Fires it across. Greenwood's there! And it's 3-0. And I was worried about our front 3 and not having people to back them up, or the front 4. But with Greenwood, Rashford and Sancho all scoring the first 25 minutes of the game, I'm pretty happy. I'm pretty damn happy with that. Tellez accelerated into the space. Brighton do not know what's hit them. As it's put across the goal, Greenwood's there. Lovely, 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 lovely. Bringing this pre-season form into the Premier League. Lovely stuff. It's another free kick. Bruno fires this one in towards the back post. Harry Maguire on the volley. He should have made it 4. I mean, Brighton have been hit by a freight train in this game. Newcastle are beating Leicester 2-0. What's happened to Steve Bruce? He's gone on the attack. Marcus Rashford and Jadon Sancho are just getting a little bit fatigued, as you can see from the hearts on the side. But it is going to be half-time. I mean, 3-0 up. What a performance. XG. Brighton haven't created a chance. 0.01 XG. Expected goals. We have 2.11, so we're actually outperforming our expected goals at the moment. Our short passes are connecting well, which is good. Let's look at some analytical data. I always want to go into the team. So, in my opinion, the best way to see how your team is performing attacking and defensive-wise is what they're doing with and without the ball in terms of average possession. So you can see Telles is bombing on quite a lot. We could well be exposed against better teams into these spaces around the wing, so I'd have to look at doing something about that. I may get Wan-Bissaka to actually just sit back and try and make it sort of a back three, or maybe change Fred's role so he sits as an anchor man and maybe sits more in the middle. But obviously this is with the ball. So with the ball, we're happy to send people forward. Without the ball, you can see here, much more of a rigid shape. We do push Van der Beek up higher. Rashford sits a little bit higher. Greenwood potentially could be isolated if we win the ball quickly. But when we do have the ball, there's people in and around him, which is good. This is my favourite analytical tool, by the way. The average position. I think it's the most useful one that you can get very quick information from. And I will be using this analysis more as the game goes on. So if you're happy to see this sort of thing, then let me know. Because if you don't want me to show how I use the analysis stuff, because a lot of it in the previous series I did it behind the camera and like edited it out. But if you do want to see it, let me know in the comments below. And if you don't want to see it, let me know in the comments below. And also, we are so close to 4,000 subscribers now. It is unrealistic. And you can see from the little graphic I put on the screen, the majority of people that are watching the videos are unsubscribed. It's free. Just hit the subscribe button. It's totally free. It costs you nothing. It gets my awareness to YouTube and like people to see my videos out there more, with more subscribers, more likes, more comments and all that sort of stuff. So keep it up. Thank you. It's been great. And yeah, let's go. Half time. It's half time. Throw a water bottle and say I'm really happy. No, I think you've got to go like praised, outstretched arms. Absolutely brilliant. Keep it up. It is superb. I don't need to say anything else. Get back out there. Keep it going. I mean, we've got the lead, so we could potentially. I did say I wanted to just do that thing with Aaron Wan-Bissaka. So if we can look, can I look at my tactics, please? That would be quite useful. Player tactics. What's going on? Cancel. Oh God, it's giving me all these things to do. Right, tactics. Wan-Bissaka. Let's just make you a fullback on defend. So hopefully that will now be a bit more of a back three when we're attacking, and Wan-Bissaka doesn't put up too high, as Yarmolenko gives West Ham a 2-0 lead over Wolves. Impressive. Wan-Bissaka over a free kick, puts it up the line to Sancho. Sancho cuts in field, gives it to Van der Beek. Loads of space for Telles on that left. And Telles comes forward with it. Telles into the box. Telles shoots. It's the side netting. Again, my voice went very high. Telles shoots. Right, let's do a shout. We haven't done any more of this yet. Let's go for a praise. Let's praise everybody. Go on, everybody. Hey, you're doing well. Doing a good job. 72 minutes gone. Let's look to see if we can maybe make some subs. So, who have we got here? How's VDB doing? Van der Beek's doing okay. Let's give him a rest. We'll bring on Pogba to try and see if he can show what he can do. Marcus Rashford is absolutely knackered. So, Daniel Sturridge is going to come on, and we're going to play Greenwood there. I think, does Sancho prefer to actually be an inverted winger? Yeah, he does. So, we'll move Sancho over this side. Great game there from Rashford. We're going to leave Greenwood as a winger, but Daniel Sturridge comes on. What does Sturridge prefer to actually do? Deep lying forward. No, we'll leave you as an advance forward. You got some pace, Daniel Sturridge. You got some pace, Sturridge, you boy. Throw in. Telles to take it. Up to Bruno, into Sancho. Sancho always passes intercepted by Lallana, who then gets around Telles quite easily. Lallana, who's got, I think that's Lamptey running in front of him, who was also on my radar. But look, you can see Wan-Bissaka staying back well. Is this Adam Lallana still going? Bloody hell. Lallana, what a run. Cuts it back to Trossard, who's just come on. Trossard to Lamptey, ball in. McAllister heads it over the bar, and that is Brighton's first real opportunity of the game. So, yes, let's close Bernardo down. Happy to do that. 10 minutes to go, though. Still 3-0. So third and final changes, McTominay on for Bruno, and then we're sitting a little bit deeper in defences. Oh, Greenwood with a free kick. Goes very, very close. And I think, to be honest, we can just sort of see this one out now. Let's drop down to a balanced personality in the last personality system. In the last 20 seconds of the game, it's been a quieter second half, but we had this wrapped up very early on. What a ball through. Sancho to get another. What a save from Ryan. What a save from Ryan. A lovely ball through from McTominay, who could well be playing himself into contention, to be honest. He's come on for the last 10 minutes and done well. Scott McTominay, oh, he's really involved. Really involved. And I do think this 3D view is the end of 2D. I do think it is the end of 2D. But there's the game. We are absolutely delighted. I mean, XG, look at that, 0.09, 2.54. That rounds up to a 3. A really good performance. Sturridge obviously came on for a debut. Sancho did well on his debut. Van der Beek's played well in there as well. Bruno did well. The back four looked good. Very, very happy with that. And again, outstretched arms. I'm just going to say well done. Really good win. Everybody looked up for it. Happy. Very, very happy. And we kept a clean sheet. We get our first victory for achievements. You prevented Brighton from mustering so much as a single shot on target. Does that show just how dominant you were? We played perfectly, and now the next step is to do the same on a consistent basis. A win in your first competitive match as Man United manager. Could you have wished for a better start? Obviously, I'm very pleased with the win, but it's only one match. There's a long way to go. Jadon Sancho enjoyed a goal-scoring debut for Man United today. What did you make of his performance? If his debut was that good, I can't wait to see him in the next match. It was good to see him find the back of the net, and I'm eager to see what he can bring to the team. Alex Tellers had a great game. I'm pleased he had a really good game. How would you feel about the use of technology in the wake of your win today? I'm just going to dismiss it with a shake of the head and just say I really don't have an opinion. I'm usually too busy with more important things, which I think is right. But there we go. A good 3-0 win. Sancho scores on his return to English football. Tellez played very, very well indeed. We get a good start. Chelsea, Arsenal, Man United is a good top 3. And then below that, you have Newcastle, West Ham, Everton. Very impressive. Chelsea winning 5-0. Arsenal winning 4-1. Liverpool beating Spurs 2-1 with Spurs scoring in the 92nd minute. Newcastle 2-0. Everton 2-1. Southampton, Fulham drew. West Brom beat Leeds. And West Ham beat Wolves as well. So really good. And then how the fans reacted. You don't win a match like that without a solid base. We defended brilliantly. I agree. Totally forgot that we were playing today. Sounds like I missed a decent result. You're an idiot. You're an absolute idiot. So our 676 people liked that tweet. We're unbelievable going forward today. Cut them wide open so many times. Always intriguing to watch a debut like Jadon Sancho at Man United. More to come from him, I'm sure. 1,354 likes. Absolutely bloody brilliant. Love it. Absolutely brilliant. So Sporting received £2 million. That's fine. He's worth it. All the money in the world. And I will do this one, but we'll do it offline. We're going to leave it there. So we've got a few more because of like the pandemic and everything. The transfer window is extended this year. We're going to try and move on to some other people, see what we can do. But yeah, apologies about Daniel Sturridge. That's all I can say, really. That is all I can say. But thank you so much for watching. It has been absolutely brilliant. I'm really enjoying it. Please do leave a like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below about what you think of the team, what you think of that win. Who's going to be our best player this season? What do you think? Who's going to be the influential person? Oh, captaincy. Harry Maguire's now vice-captain. Bruno Fernandes got the captaincy vote. I just couldn't give it to Rashford. His leadership was so low in his attribute-wise, whereas Bruno is exactly the same rated as Harry Maguire for teamwork and leadership. So I just put Bruno as captain and then Harry Maguire as vice-captain. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. That is the first game of the Premier League season. We will be back for the game against Liverpool. That's an easy decision to do. We'll be back for Liverpool and Burnley, most likely. But thank you so much for watching. Absolutely brilliant. If you smash that 50 like target again, we'll be back with another video tomorrow. Consecutively over 50 likes so far, which is amazing for my little channel. And if you keep beating that, there will be a video every day. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for tuning in. For now, I'm out. Cheers.